The original. If you ever watched the DVD of the first one they made, I'm all of a sudden the guy sitting next to you.
Yeah, hi.
Louis CK.
Louis CK. The first one, the original, the DVD with his commentary is really great.
Oh,
you
yeah.
find out how they used, like the upstairs of the cabin, and then the basement was somewhere like hundreds of miles away or something. Like,
yeah, it was in the upstairs was in Tennessee, the downstairs was in Marshall, Michigan.
Right.
Wow.
So,
The magic of motion pictures.
Wow.
Somebody pointed
I
out.
hope you shot it all at once.
Somebody pointed out to me that in Evil Dead 2, every single person in the movie beats the shit out of you at some point. There's nobody in the movie that doesn't bash you in the head like millions
Well, I
of
thought it
times.
was fun. Sam Raimi goes on to direct The Quick and the Dead. He's got Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, Sam, you going to hit them with a 2x4 to get him ready for a scene? You're going to poke Gene Hackman? How are you going to get him motivated? He's like, shut up! And he didn't have an answer, though.
No. The
I love the movies. I'm a big fan.
in Fargo
And Bubba Hotep. Did you talk to him about that?
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Fargo. Though.
Can I just say one thing about the movies?
I hit it accidentally.
I know the most boring thing to do in an interview is like doing the Chris Farley, I love that part thing.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
Do it.
In Evil Dead 3, when you're trying to undo the spell by saying the magic words.
Klaatu Verata Nicto.
Again! I got it!
Klaatu Verata.
And he mumbles like as if the
he doesn't know
spirits
the
of
last
the
one,
dead would go like, hey, I'll give it to
that
him.
was close enough. Yeah, close enough.
Klaatu,
Yeah.
whatever.
And then basically that leads to the deaths of about 250 innocent people.
Because he just wasn't listening.
Why'd you only do 8 this year? I'm sure that was your choice.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was going to do what happened was I wanted to take a year off again. I wanted to not start shooting until the fall, and then and they agreed, FX, to let me take a year off. And so then a couple months went by. This is after I finished last season. I was really tired, and a couple months went by, and I was one night I got high. I smoked pot. And I got excited about a whole idea for the next season. I was like, I think I figured out next season. I've got an amazing idea for next season. And I started writing it, and I was like, this is going to be so great. I want to do this now. And I wrote to the president of FX because the next morning he was going to announce that we were taking a year off.
Right.
And I said, hold the announcement. Can I come back after all in the spring? And he said, okay, I got to talk to everybody. So he went and talked to everybody, and then he wrote me back, and he said, you have to say what you're doing now because we have to announce this. And he said, we already spent the money for a full season, but you can do a partial season if you want to come back soon. And I was like, totally. And then so he announced that the next morning, and then I woke up, and I looked at all the shit I wrote when I was high. I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible stuff. I didn't use a single idea. I had like 10 pages written.
Right.
10 stoned pages.
Could you tell us one idea?
It was all, the whole plot was that Doug Stanhope, who was on the show a few years ago.
As Eddie, yeah.
As Eddie, who the suicidal comic, that I run into him in New York, and he's like wearing a suit and tie, and he just, he cleaned up his act. And he's making money. He's like an investment banker or something like that. And we end up opening a comedy club together. I had this idea. I open a comedy club, and I become a club owner, and and I thought that's such a cool idea. I wrote all these ideas about young comics come and stuff like that. And then I looked at it all. I was like, no, none of this is funny. And it just stunk. It was really bad. And so now I'm like, I gotta. And I can only get 8 episodes. And the whole thing was just so stupid. It was just, I made a huge decision that had impact on my and a lot of other people's lives because a lot of people work for me. And I was stoned at the time.
That's wonderful to hear. How's the pot? You like the pot, huh?
I do very little of it. It's like every couple of weeks. If I do it, I'm very paranoid about drug use. So if I do it, if I get high like twice in a week, I'm like, I have a problem, and I stop because I just don't like. I don't think it's good for comics getting high. It takes your will away, and it makes you too comfortable. You know. So I don't do it a lot, and I got kids. I can't be around with that. But once every couple of weeks. Smoke a little marijuana.
Just a little bit?
I bought a big thing of marijuana from a guy like 10 years ago. So I smoke very old marijuana. It's really old and dusty.
You still have it from 10 years ago?
I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a while ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know what they're doing with marijuana these days and the edibles? You can get some nice fresh stuff, Louis.
Yeah, but I don't want to go get into. I don't want to go become a consumer of pot and go find a pot guy.
Right. You told that wonderful story. I think it was in Comedians in Cars with Jerry.
Yeah.
Getting high and going to the 3D movies, the IMAX.
Yeah, I f***ed up a little, too, because I've been back there since, and there's people who see me and recognize, oh, my God, he's high now. He's at the IMAX. Right. And that's like a perfect nightmare when you're high.
It's the thing now.
Yeah. So
You just want to go and relax and enjoy the movie.
That's all I want to do is I don't want to be pestered.
Yeah, nobody wants to be pestered when they're high.
I hate being pestered. But, I mean, in Iran.
Yes.
I've always been fascinated by it.
Yeah.
They make beautiful movies.
Yes.
There is a film there, I think it's called Cherry Tree or Sweet Cherry or something like that. And it's about a guy, I saw it years ago on VHS. It's about a guy driving around town, he wants to kill himself, but it's a sin, he can't do it. So he's driving around town asking people to kill him. And it's just that. It's like in real time. And it's a heartbreaking, beautiful, beautiful movie. We're sold this idea that it's this whole other world.
Yeah,
it's a very beautiful culture.
Right.
And we conflate them with it. They're not even Arabs. They're not anything that anyone thinks they are.
Right.
There's people there just like walking in the streets with no weapons, just trying to get rights now. Like there's a huge
and no
thing.
one here really cares.
No one gives a shit.
No one cares.
All Iran has really ever said to the U.S. is just leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Just get away from.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm trying to remember. I was listening to you guys were cracking me up. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Damn.
You know, I can only listen. I have 2 cars. All right, whatever.
One to get to each boat.
That's right.
That's right.
And this stupid company that you work for.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we don't.
You didn't even have to say that we worked for. We knew what you meant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like you ever listen to Derek and Clive? It's Dudley Moore and Peter Cook.
Oh yeah, okay. Yep.
So there's this one where Peter Cook says, "I wrote to the head of the BBC. I just addressed it, cunt London." The greatest thing. So anyway, I have the first car. You know, when you buy a car, you don't decide what kind of radio you get. Mm-hmm. First of all, these are the same company. It's the same company. It's a merged 2 companies into one company, right?
Yes. I know exactly.
When you buy a car, you don't order the radio. You get a car that was already in the world. I don't think anybody on earth buys a car and then it gets made at the factory and sent to you, unless you want to wait 6 months. So you buy a car, you give the dealer your specs, he finds an inventory car in the area. So it's arbitrary. It might be a Sirius radio. It might be, I don't know why they're different.
Why?
It makes no sense that it's 2 different kinds of radios. All right, so you get your car, and the first one I got, it's got whatever. I don't even know which one are you guys supposed to be on.
I know. What are we?
We're
XM?
on XM, but we're also on the Sirius Best
All
Of
right,
package.
so I'm on I'm on the XM radio, and then I want to hear Howard Stern. Mm-hmm. I can't get him, so I call and they go, there's a premium package for the Howard. You have to pay more for Howard Stern. I'm like, but that guy like owns half the company. Like, I don't understand why that makes any sense. You merged, and I tell the lady that's ridiculous that I would have to pay more, and that I have to make this phone call.
Yeah,
not just the money, but that I have to go through this to get something that's in the thing. So she goes, well, we'll give you a month free.
Oh, boy.
Because you're upset. So a month goes by, and then it shuts off. I'm like, I'm not going to do this every month. So then I buy a second car. Mm-hmm. And I get the car, and it's the other one. And I have Howard Stern, and I can't listen to Opie and Anthony, which I listen to every day. So I call them up, and I go, why? And she goes, because that's extra. I'm like, wait a minute. So they're extra. I have to pay a premium to listen to Opie and Anthony in one car, and a premium to listen to Howard in the other car.
How is this not a joke?
And I said to her, I own 2 radios of both services.
Yeah.
Which means I am paying a license fee already, a full license fee for Sirius and a full license fee for XM. You always brag that you can move your subscription from. Why can't you I would have to pay 2 premium fees to just listen to everything everywhere. That makes no sense.
None.
And she said to me, their contracts make it's in their contracts that
ours?
Yes.
No.
She said
She
the
lied.
person who answers the phone
Her.
said that.
She lied.
We want to be talking to more people.
She said it's in your contract.
We're dying to be across the board. We're begging to be across the board.
I know, of course, I know that.
So many more people.
I know that.
Yeah.
So that's what
we could double our audience.
And by
if they
the way,
did that.
if I pay, so I said to her, so wait a minute, so those guys are getting extra money if I
Oh, my God.
So that would mean that you guys would get paid extra if more people sign
Oh,
up
my
for the
God.
premium, which of course isn't true.
If they're going to lie about that, I'm going to say this. Everyone that answers the phones at the XM Sirius customer service has molested children.
Yeah, you get to say it. You get to just say it.
Sure.
But here's what we just
job.
said about cable and how many ways you can get everything.
Yeah.
Every media company has to fight to be to make yourself a pain in the ass to use is the dumbest
thing you can
thing. Because I don't pay either premium service, and as soon as my contracts run out on both cars, I'm not going to listen to satellite anymore. I'm just not going to listen.
This isn't 8 channels on the old Zenith television where I have to get up to change it. If something's f***ed up, I'll go to something else in a second.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'll plug in my iPod. I don't give a
should be as because and that's exactly.
You have to make it as easy as possible. Everyone knows that runs
Let
a company.
Jimmy say something.
Yes.
Music is good.
All right. Words of wisdom, Lloyd.
Yeah, music is on an iPad. The iPod. The one thing that keeps people listening to this type of is live talk because you can't put that on your iPod.
And the amount of complaints we get every single day.
It's really dumb.
Our Twitter accounts get complaints all day long.
How long ago did they merge?
Years. We've been in the building 4 years, so at least 4 years ago.
Yeah,
and all those years they couldn't. How do they expect a customer to understand this?
It was a revenue stream that made sense for a while because they were getting extra money, but now it just doesn't make sense anymore.
No, and also, why are they entitled to that extra money? If I can't decide which one I use, I can't decide. It's totally up to somebody else what kind of radio I get. Because they're both. Look at that, Sirius XM. Is it a Sirius radio? No, it's a Sirius XM. That's what the company is.
It should be a Sirius XM radio.
You have an XM radio. Oh, so can I just wait a minute? But it's Sirius XM. What the are you doing?
It's a terrible business model. It might make them a few extra dollars, but it enrages customers.
It gets everyone all confused.
And they're never going to see how many people they don't get because they're difficult, or how many people actually allow their subscriptions to lapse for that exact.
No, this is what I always like when I was in Australia.
It's got to be when I used to watch these guys on the Tonight Show, like a Garry. Did you know Garry Shandling?
Sure, he was my buddy. Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Were you one of the guys who goes and played basketball?
I never did that, but every time Garry owned a boxing gym with Peter Berg in Santa Monica, so every time I went to L.A., I would meet Garry there, and we would box together, and then go have lunch and talk.
Was Garry a good athlete, Garry Shandling?
He cared about it, and he stayed in good shape. Yeah.
And when you would box him, he had the height advantage, right? He's taller than you.
No, I don't feel like he was.
Why do I feel
than
like
me.
he was a tall guy? How tall are you?
6'ish.
You're 6, and he is the same.
I think so.
Because the last time I saw him was at Jimmy's. Were you there at Jimmy's house when Garry was there?
Maybe years and years ago.
Yeah, and I don't know, but I remember thinking, Gary's a lot taller than I remember him. But so you were close with the guy. Shocking that he just kind of died. Did you know he was ill?
His health was a little. There's something going on with him. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I was totally shocked. It was very upsetting.
Yeah.
He's a great, really smart guy, super funny and super nice, thoughtful.
I obviously loved the Larry Sanders Show, as everyone did. But his stand-up on the Tonight Show was always strong.
He was one of the best ever to do that. I mean, he had the shot to take it over back when everybody was jogging. He could have had it. And
he didn't want it.
He said, "I'd rather pretend I have that job," which is what Larry Sanders was.
And that was breakthrough television.
I showed it to my 14-year-old daughter the other day. Right after he died, I showed her, this is my friend who just died, and I showed her the first episode of Larry Sanders, and she was howling. She loved it. It holds up.
Every character was great. Hey Now. All of it. I mean, I just love it.
Yeah.
And Garry was actually really nice to me. He was a very generous guy. I needed a guest for the first time I ever had an E-television show, and he agreed to do it, which nobody wanted to do it. I mean, they didn't want to be...
Was this a test show?
Yeah, it wasn't a test show, but it was going to air. But it was nice of him to come, and it wasn't clear what we were going to be doing.
Right.
And then I actually got to be on the Larry Sanders Show, which was...
I remember.
Yeah,
that was really funny.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really saddened to see that he was gone. Was he one of those guys that you would run material by ever and say, hey, I'm looking for a punchline?
We talked about comedy, but not in terms of jokes. We talked about what it felt like. He was he's one of those guys who he went through so much. He's way ahead, he's a mentor, and he was very generous with sharing with me what it felt like to get the Tonight Show the first time and all the breaks that he had.
Yeah.
There is this trip you go down as a stand-up when you do well that is very rare. There's only a few people that have gone that far.
Right.
So when you get a guy like that to share with you what it felt like, and
I'm
it
shocked.
was a huge thing.
When he decided to become a stand-up comedian, it was a very short amount of time that he got the tap on the shoulder from Johnny Carson's Talent Scouts. I mean, it was like maybe within a year.
Yeah, it was very soon into his,
And
he was great. He was great.
He was a genius.
And he was also classic. He had this big smile. He was like a cartoon,
And self-effacing.
That's right.
He understood that he wasn't a ladies' man, and then he'd talk about dating, and we all related to it, right?
That's right.
Yeah, no, he was great.
But he also had this face that was kind of like expressive, like he had this look, like you saw the pain.
I might be wrong on this, but like you used the Shandling quote in the one episode.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure had partly to do with the fact that he had just passed away and you wanted to pay tribute to him.
Everything to do,
But it also kind of, I thought that seemed to be what the show was
it
about.
had
at least
something
a
to do
little
with
bit.
the show.
But the show's kind of about like silences, right? And
the
silence versus conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that a misread? That was Tate's big suggestion.
No, that was right. I think that,
after you broke Tate.
Well, Garry and I were friends.
Yeah.
And he wrote that to me in an email. It wasn't like a quote.
Oh, that wasn't like from his stand-up?
No, it's something he said to me in an email about 2 weeks before he died. He wrote that to me.
Was there a reason behind it?
Yeah, he wrote to me about, and I don't really want to. I don't want to go into this thing because it was such a stupid episode. But when I wrote an email about Donald Trump to my fans, and it kind of exploded a little more than I expected it to. And Garry wrote to me and sort of made fun of me about the email, and I wrote back and forth. And I was a little distressed that I got more attention from it than I wanted to.
Yeah.
And we started to write back and forth just about life and stuff. And then he wrote that to me, amongst other things. And I went through this email that he had written to me, and it was so full of very moving. And he was a very deep person. All the time I ever spent with Garry, we would just talk for hours. And then I always felt like we didn't get anything. We didn't have enough time. You know what I mean? But so he wrote me that email, and I found about 10 things that applied to the show, applied to life, applied to him passing, and how I felt about it. And so I threw it on the end there.
He's such a curious guy. I only spent one extended stretch with him, but he's one of those guys you just could have talked to for 12 hours. Like, he would have been a great guy to drive cross country with.
That's right. Yeah.
Just like
no, that's what I loved. He owned a boxing gym.
Yeah.
On the West Side with Peter Berg, Wild Card West, they called it.
Yeah.
And I worked out there with him a bunch of times. I would come to town and I'd write him and say, can we work out today? So we would go and he would get a young trainer, and we would work in tandem with the trainer. One of us would hit the pads, and then the other one would, and then vomit while the other one hit the pads. Like we're both around the same age and shape. And then after training, we would go have lunch, and sometimes we would just walk in one direction for hours and just talk, and then walk back to the car and just leave. And my friendship to him came a little late. I didn't really know Garry until, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something, 3 years ago. But it became a real constant for me. He was very generous with talking about the road from nothing to success, which he had an amazing run.
Yeah.
And he shared a lot about what goes on inside the inner workings of a person during those kind of big changes. So he was a great friend, He wrote me a month before he died. He was in Hawaii, and I don't know what was going on with him health-wise, but he was convalescing from something or whatever. But he wrote me something about wasting. He wrote me this thing saying that wasting time is part of being creative. That's what he said. He said that, and he sent me some chapter of a book. I forget what it is, but about that being true. It was something about how Einstein used to, like, sit around and just do dumb things before he then went and figured everything out. But he said wasting time is part of being creative. That was the message to his email. And at the end he said, I don't know how much time I can keep wasting because I'm certainly not a teenager anymore. Like how much time I have left to waste, maybe 3-4 weeks or something like that, which ended up being exactly how long he made it. But anyway, so yeah, that quote, that he had died only a couple of days before, and I was posting the show, and so I called my editor and asked her to throw it on the end there.
Did he ever give you feedback on the Louis show?
No, I never asked him about it. Although he read the first 2 episodes of Horus and Pete before I started making it, and he really loved it. His actually the way that he loved it gave me a lot of juice to keep writing, because at that point I was just writing scripts and I didn't know if they were any good, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Top every time. There's a quote from Garry Shandling: "The world is just too noisy and distracted to probably ultimately survive. Everyone needs to shut the f*** up. The answers are in the silence. Monks set themselves on fire to make this point. Just consider it." What does that quote mean to you?
Well, Garry wrote that to me in an email.
I know.
And he wrote that to me a few weeks before he died.
Just a few weeks?
Yeah, maybe a couple of weeks before he died. And
unexpectedly.
He was a great friend, and he was the kind of guy I could talk to him for hours, and then we never had enough time. Like, we talked for 4 hours, and my mouth would get all dry talking to Garry, and I would get like a headache because I wouldn't want to drink water or do anything to stop talking to him. And then it'd be over, you know, we'd have to part company. So
I always thought about him. He came to my show. I always thought about him as, God, I wish he was doing something right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That good, and you just
he was one of the best ever.
I know.
Yeah, one of the greats.
And why the hell is he? You would ask yourself.
Yeah. Well, he gave a lot. He gave a lot of great stand-up, and his series was a lot of TV has been built on the back of that series.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember that.
And he was terrific even when he substituted for Carson.
That's right. I showed the first episode of Larry Sanders to my 14-year-old daughter after he died, and she loved it. And it was fresh, you know. And she watches like 30 Rock and new shows, and this show it's right up against them, and it begat them, you know.
Yeah.
My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like, we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's like, we're playing... Oh, I know she's a kid, but listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're going to know where I... Hide in the closet! All right, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like about it, like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the is this? Like, this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. Because she'll cry in her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight. And my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed?
I'm like, okay. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay. So I open the closet. She goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, and Jesus. All right, I'll look in. So I look in that. Why would she be in that closet? That has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this kid who's standing right there.
He's just different because I can imagine people saying to Kubrick, you know, you're not really letting us into Jack as a human being. And then Kubrick just said, get away from me. Get away from me.
Yeah.
People must have said it to him. Like, we're not, the wife is strange. What you're asking Shelley to do, by the way, her hair is falling out because she's losing her mind playing this woman.
Yeah.
Because it's not a person, it's not a human being.
Badly.
And he said, do me a favor, Dorothy, get the fuck away, get in the other room. Whoever said this to him, he said, just get the fuck away from me. I'm doing this. You go do that in another movie. I'm gonna do, and in fact they did. Stephen King made it again. Who gives a shit what Stephen King thinks of The Shining? The Shining has nothing to do with Stephen King, who I think is a really cool writer. It's a whole other category. But Kubrick takes whatever thing. He's like, here's a New York Times magazine, this article. I'm gonna make a movie about it, and he just makes it. He decides, I'm not doing the thing that you want me to do. I'm not doing a father who changes. Don't. It's boring. It's done. It's been done 1,000 times. So what? It's a very good way to make a movie. Go watch one. There's many. He's like, I'm making the movie from the point of view of the house and from the point of view of The Shining. That's the main character is horrible, strange, mysterious, knowing too much. Chilling, Shining is the main character. Jack's not the main character, and neither is she. She is annoying. Like, you want her to
die.
Get the hatchet to the head. Well, what do you? It's not supposed to be a horror movie.
Well,
it's not. There is no prescription that movie fills. You don't get a prescription that you go here and they go, oh no, we don't have Friday the 13th. We'll give you the Shining. It's not a generic. For Friday, like when you go to get Prozac and it's really Lexamil or whatever the fuck. This is from an abstract point of view of fear. The movie's point of view is fear, or whatever the fuck. I can't put it to words because it's just suggested. It's who's following the kid when he's in the tricycle. That's not even from the kid's point of view. It's from the point of view of this presence and the poster of the naked lady behind Scatman Crothers. This is Stanley Kubrick's idea of what a black man's Florida apartment is like. I'm so much more interested in his bent ideas than I am in someone who's like, no, I'll show you what this would be like, and I'll give you these feelings, manufacturing feelings. And by the way, I'm not putting down that kind of filmmaking. Some of my favorite movies, Goodfellas, a lot of my favorite movies are totally reliable structures, and you can see how they work. But he was doing something else. I do think that Nicholson is up. I think that Kubrick thought it was more interesting to make a movie where, by the way, the whole world is a little strange. The doctor who interviews Danny after he passes out is weird. And then the mother with the cigarette with the ash.
Everyone's weirdly
dropped.
Yeah,
right.
It's insane. And the guy with the giant hair who interviews him and the way they walk through the place, and it's so up. There's barely a difference between the people that actually work in the hotel and Floyd and the ghosts. But that's where the place is like people in. I mean, the ghost, it's the building's point of view. The building reaches out to Scatman Crothers across and makes him come from all the way from Florida. That's not your basic horror movie stuff. His movies are not about human beings.
He's not a humanist.
They're about ideas.
Yes. Exactly.
Even Barry Lyndon, which is named after a guy, it's not about Barry Lyndon. It's a strange movie about human failure and the loserdom and like the loathsomeness of human beings. There is a stilted, ugly feeling in that room that is familiar to my generation in terms of domestic dialogue. There is a distance and an ugliness that I feel. The other thing about Nicholson in this movie is that this movie was just so iconic in his acting that in that character that he created, that he messed up the rest of history, the future for itself. It's a movie that you saw when it came out and you're like, what is this? Is crazy the way he's acting. That was the feeling in the 70s of couples that were a little bit strangers to each other and men that were a little dangerous. It's coming from somebody's gut who was a little bit not sane.
And, of course, Louis CK will also be there, and he's in the studio as well.
Hello, fellas.
It's his birthday, and he walked in just complaining. I don't know. You were supposed to be here a while ago, I think.
I know.
What happened?
Bad morning. Well, I walked my daughter to school with my wife and on the way here, and, of course, my daughter won't carry her backpack. She won't carry her own backpack because it's impossible. It took forever just to get her to a corner where I could get a cab here.
Yeah.
And she keeps crouching her whole body to the sidewalk and just saying, it's cold and I can't carry this and I want someone to carry me. She just won't walk to school.
Right.
It's torture.
Isn't she 15?
Yeah. 15 in kindergarten. And so I'm like, you got it. This is it. This is life. You got to go to school. Just go. I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
And she makes me carry her backpack, and which I carry. There's no point to it being a backpack because I carry it. It might as well be a grown-up backpack.
A briefcase.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of a pink
attaché case.
Hello Kitty backpack.
Aww.
And so then I get to finally a corner where I'm soaked in sweat, and I get to a corner, and it's my birthday. Nobody cares.
Happy birthday there.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
Whatever. The whole my birthday thing stopped at very early in the morning. Few gifts, forget. So then I get in a cab, and I get here. As soon as I get here, I realize I have her backpack. Of course.
Oh boy. Well, now how is she going to get any kindergarten work done without all of the tools that you need to take with you?
There's nothing in
What is in there that she needs?
There's a folder in which they put notes for us. That's all.
For
it
you.
is. It's her backpack is a mail bag for us.
Yes.
That's all it is. And there's a water bottle, a little pink water bottle, which is there because they don't give them water in the public school. You got to send them with water, or else they die.
They just dehydrate.
Yeah. So my wife, I called her because I had my phone off this morning. So I called her to say I have her. She goes, I know you have her backpack. She's crying. Come back and bring it. And I'm like, I'm at work right now. And she says, so come back here and bring her backpack.
So?
Yeah.
That's not a thing you can say so to.
So once somebody here is being very nice from your show and going to bring it down to the school. And I called her to tell her that. And she's like, yeah, fine. So it's not my birthday anymore. It stopped being my birthday.
So what?
That's it. I evaporated my entire birthday goodwill.
But your wife is now mad because you're not bringing the backpack to your daughter.
Even though you're making arrangements to have it dropped off.
Even though I'm making arrangements to have it dropped off, and I'm here doing what I do professionally.
By the way, make sure we know who's bringing it, because there are a couple of people on our staff that aren't allowed within 100 yards of a school.
Yeah, I know. I thought
depending on their criminal past or what they're carrying on them.
Who's bringing it?
Who?
Right, cool.
Not Pat Duffy. He's the one, that probably can't go near a school.
Yeah, the fellow who brushed his teeth with dog poop.
And got thrown up in the face. Yeah.
That's actually has a further education already. Wait, that idiot.
You should just stop in there, maybe learn something.
Happy birthday, Lou.
Oh, thanks,
Hope you're
fellas.
dead before the next one.
You and me both, my friend.
That must have been a nice birthday for a couple of years, September 12th.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
Hey, happy birthday. Oh, did you?
No.
Oh, the tragedy.
September 10th, we had my birthday party early because I was flying to L.A. on the big one.
Yeah.
And I flew the night before to L.A., but we had a big birthday party for me in our backyard, and my wife got me a piñata, which we...
Oh, like it had traditional...
The head of that piñata still hangs in our backyard.
Really?
It's just this symbol of the last normal moment.
Oh, yeah,
of our lives. It's just this withering.
Or you're just a lazy Mexican
who doesn't clean up his piñata.
His own yard.
I bet you got some this morning, though, right? A little birthday.
Somewhat. Somewhat.
I know how it is on the old birthday.
No, you're going to need to go beyond innuendo for me to understand, because I didn't get nothing on my birthday.
No.
I got a pen.
A nice pen?
It was a nice pen.
Just a cross pen?
Yeah. There are nicer pens.
A cross
cross.
A pen on your birthday is good if it's sticking out of a vagina. When you get it.
Hey, you can't say that.
But it's
but it's
So you can't say that Wednesday.
Wait, the piñata, what was it? Like SpongeBob?
No, it was...
What?
It was a burro, you know.
A burro, an authentic
So it was a real piñata.
Spanish piñata.
So we just make fun of your whole tradition when we
go ahead, man.
Get the
It's
SpongeBob
stupid.
one for the 7-year-old.
Americanize the piñata.
But if Mexicans grew up with SpongeBob's, they would use them. They don't. It's not like burros have some integrity.
No one says burros. It's burro.
It's a burro.
It's a
It's the
burro.
borough of Queens.
We don't say burro.
It's the borough of Brooklyn.
But burro is probably correct.
Burro.
And what is that, a bull?
No, it's the
No,
donkey.
it's a
It's a jackass.
It's an ass. It's a you know.
It's a jackass, you
It's
burro.
an animal that's half. I don't know. Half horse, half donkey.
Yeah.
It's a burro.
Are they the ones that are sterile when they're born?
Yeah, they can't. They can't reproduce.
They can't reproduce.
They're
You can
a dead
only
end. They're a genetic dead end.
You can only make one by breeding like a.
It's a horse and a donkey.
Horse and a donkey
makes a burro.
makes a.
It's a horse and a donkey?
A burro. Yeah, and then they can't mate with each other.
It's the only animal that has that. It's a mutant.
It's mutant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. A horse and a donkey. Well, you know, I'm sure one is very happy and one is like, come on, all right, just hurry up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it. Well, I guess
Male
it go
horse.
either way.
It has to be a male horse.
Why?
There's no way a female horse is tolerating some pesky donkey on a ladder.
What do you know about female horses in there?
Believe me, very realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes
He's just
sheep and
saying,
horse.
yeah, the height thing
Yeah.
would be a problem.
Yeah.
That's what
Guess
he's
so.
getting at.
You think a donkey isn't as apt to be able to accept certain things than perhaps some videos you've watched?
It is. It is. A donkey is able to physically do that, but I'm saying the height difference
Makes
the
it a
donkey and the
problem.
horse. Yeah, like the horse has to be very patient and allow the donkey put its stupid hooves up and hoist
Yeah.
itself, and no horse is waiting through that.
No horse.
Yeah, because usually horse sex is a much more beautiful act.
Yeah, it really is. It's just this mess.
I know. I don't want
It
to.
looks like
It's not clumsy at all.
no. It looks like a fireman let go of the hose.
Yes.
That's always what it looks like.
It looks like somebody
jeez.
lost grip of.
Yeah, quick, turn that off. It's going all over.
Can we get Pat Duffy on the phone? I want to see how the backpack thing's going.
Well, he hasn't left yet because I got it. My wife. Oh, here she is. I got. Hold on a second.
All right, boy.
Hey. So, okay, so he brings it to Raquel in the office. And what does he tell the guard? What does he tell the guard when he gets there?
He tells the guard that he needs to give his backpack to Raquel.
Okay.
Look at him.
Her dad forgot to give her her backpack, and
Right.
tells us to bring it to the office and she'll bring it.
Okay.
I'm sure, you know, he just has to, he'll probably just sign a pass or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Little slime. Pat, come here.
Okay.
Look at it.
All right.
It looks-
I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, I know. She must have gone nuts.
Freaking out, and she wouldn't let me leave the classroom, and she'd say, "No, I want it before you leave."
Yeah.
Worried about not having water, and you know, I had to buy her a bottle of water. And,
Of course.
you know, it's just.
I know. I know. Thank you. I'm really sorry, and I'll call you after radio. All right. Bye.
Oh, wow. Oh, dude, that's hysterical.
I think Lou was apologizing. She didn't seem like she was like, all right, have fun.
No, she's okay now.
Yeah,
she's
she's
all right.
You can all right. tell,
yeah.
I think a lot of it is me. I think I fill in a lot of blanks with guilt.
Because I'm listening.
So she was just quiet. She didn't say it's okay last time I talked to her. So I'm like, she's mad.
But she did have to explain to you the misery of the whole thing and how she had to get her the water and how she was crying and everything. Yeah.
That's just a, that's
That was
just a
good.
that's just
Yeah,
a
she
woman
didn't say
yapping.
me that.
I liked that.
And no happy birthday.
No,
there was not a.
No, I love
Oh,
you.
by the way, happy birthday.
No, I love you. Happy
nothing.
birthday.
Hey,
Have fun.
you were looking at Pat
Oh,
Duffy though and laughing.
I'm laughing that
He
this
has
is
to
the
go to
guy,
public
dude.
school.
He's got his forearm tat.
Yeah.
He's wearing his honest Abe Lincoln beard.
Yeah.
His Amish beard.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a Frank the Tank shirt on with a picture of a tank on it.
Yeah, so you're going to an elementary school to deliver a pink Hello Kitty backpack to a kindergartner right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to see a woman named Rachel. He's taking it to Rachel.
Raquel.
Okay.
Raquel, you
Raquel?
Yeah. You weren't listening. Oh, my God, you weren't listening.
Your wife is right. I suddenly see her point of view. Lou is an idiot.
I didn't hear a word of it.
He'd be looking for this Rachel. I need to find Rachel. They're like locking down the school, hiding the Rachels that go there.
He's going around every corner. Rachel.
Rachel, I've got your back. Pack.
A lot of people pointing out that you're a beaten man on instant feedback, Lou.
Oh, totally.
Oh, that conversation was just like, I know.
What were you hearing in your brain during that conversation?
You know what? I
White
felt bad 'cause
noise?
she was
or
actually-
Not Raquel.
Charlie Brown's teacher?
She was being pretty nice.
Yeah.
Considering that it's my birthday and I didn't do anything wrong, really.
Yeah.
And I just made a mistake and I'm rectifying it.
Yeah, you're fixing
Considering all that, she was being pretty
nice.
Well, you just said you were sorry twice. I'm like, why are you sorry, Lou? It's like it was.
I know.
Like I could hear her talking. It wasn't like she was at you. She was like, yeah, she was. You know how she just freaks out. Like
They
she was
were
trying to say-
preemptive I'm sorries.
Yeah, well, they were from before, from the way she sounded last time I
So
told
they were owed.
I would never apologize like that. I would just be angry back.
Yeah, well,
That's how
you
Jimmy
can't
works.
get through, you know.
Oh, you're probably right.
That's how Jimmy rolls.
Yeah, that's how you act with a girlfriend. Who,
You're right.
who
You're
where
right.
there's no stakes except PUSS. Then I'll leave the last one off for savings.
Puss is enough.
Puss is enough for a reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, you gotta.
All right.
It's like the UN. I'm trying to get a diplomatic.
Oh my God, he's gonna
solution
wear it.
to
Look,
this
he's
war.
wearing it.
He's wearing it.
Oh, God.
Oh God, that's kind of gross.
It's been fouled
That's like
now.
a guy wearing your daughter's panties.
Oh, yeah. He fouled it. Let me see the back of that. What is it?
Hello Kitty.
Oh, it is a little Hello Kitty one.
All right,
It's adorable.
To get it off the pal talk, that's enough exploitation by the most disgusting show on the face of the earth of my beautiful little daughter.
I know.
And her bad day.
Their little Hello Kitty backpack.
Yeah.
Can we go through the backpack, see what's in there?
No. I told you that's I told you what's
Water?
in there.
Yeah.
There's the water bottle here. Turn around. You see the pink water bottle?
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
It's all sparkly. That's nice. It's got little sparkles on it.
I picked it out with her. It's way too big for her.
Is it? Yeah, it looks pretty big.
I did
Fits on
it was a
stupid
real
Pat Duffy.
father's job of picking something out for his daughter.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, "Oh, it's awful big." And then the teacher said, "That's really big."
Oh,
So
you screwed up.
Yeah, completely.
What did you think?
I mean, look, it fits him.
It fits Pat
He
Duffy.
could actually use that. It's
Yeah.
so practical for him.
That'd be good though if your daughter starts selling encyclopedias. She can carry them all on that thing. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
She's 2.
Encyclopedias.
She's 5, but anyway.
All right.
And if she takes a time machine back to the 50s, sells encyclopedias.
That's actually people still do that door to door.
Do they?
No,
Of course not.
they don't.
No, nobody does.
All right, Pat. How far of a don't tell exactly where it is or
Can
anything,
I
but
give you money?
like
I'm gonna give you
in a
money.
miles.
About 4 miles.
By the time you get there, school's going to be over.
I know.
It's kindergarten.
Well,
Don't they
it's
go
till
for 45
3.
minutes?
It's till 3. It's a whole day.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, it's a major.
That's rough.
Totally, it's a massive difference.
That's
in her
more
life.
time for you.
I
and
went
your
for
wife.
like 10 minutes.
She's been home every day. I mean, we went to preschool, but it was like you drop her off, and then you turn around, you go home, you take a dump, and go back and get her. Yeah, that's all it was.
Oh,
But
she just started kindergarten?
she started kindergarten this last Tuesday.
How'd she
after
do
Labor Day.
first day with it being
Well, the
so
first
long?
day was just till 11.
Oh,
and
they
then
kinda
the second day was just
ease 'em
11,
into it.
and then till 3:30.
At 11, was she like, hey, what's the deal?
Well, she was happy. She liked it. They did a few fun
Yeah.
things. And then she grew up all at once in one phone call to me because I called her and
Oh,
said,
Jesus.
how was your first long day? And she always just says, oh, fun. Nothing.
Yeah.
She says, I don't like lunch and I don't like recess.
Wow.
And I go, why? Well, at lunch the teacher's not there. I'm just at a table. And which, imagine that. And then she goes, and at recess, all the kids I know run away and play, and I don't know where they go. And then I just walk around and watch other kids play, and then I get sad. And sit
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, my heart broken too. I wanted to kill myself.
Why?
Should have.
Now she likes it. She had a few days, and she found it.
Is she
I said
meeting
to her,
people?
go up to a kid. I was having trouble with it.
Punch him?
Because she's having memories that I remember now.
Like up till now, when she was, when they're 3, you're like, so what? She won't remember this.
They do.
Punch her in the face. It doesn't matter. We're gonna wipe the hard drive in a minute. It doesn't matter.
It starts recording at 5.
Yeah, at 5 you press record.
You make a really good point.
It's really
I don't remember
weird.
anything before kindergarten.
No, nothing mattered. But now she's going to have real memories. But so I said to her, try going up to one of the kids before recess, because recess is crazy. Nobody's going to listen to you.
Right.
Go up to a kid earlier in the day and say, can you tell me where you're going to play later so I can be there? And I realized I'm doing what my dad used to give me way too grown up. This is like office politics advice I'm giving her. Yeah. She's in kindergarten. She's going to go, excuse me, Tiana. Could you let me know where you guys are planning to play so that I can interface with you? Because when I got beat up in school, and my dad made me memorize a speech that I was supposed to give to the kids that used to pick on me.
Wow.
What was the speech?
It was a whole thing of, you must respect me as your equal. I am not.
That must have worked really well.
I have a right to my own integrity as a person. And he made me memorize it and say it back to him a bunch of times.
Who's your father, the president? That's like a presidential thing.
Yeah.
No, my dad's out of his mind.
Did it work at all?
I didn't do it.
Oh,
I
okay.
memorized it. Then it just became, I have to make my dad happy that I'm going to say this.
I thought perhaps,
but I'll never say it.
I am owed my own space, my own dignity, just as you.
Ow! God, stop punching! Ow! Exactly.
That's terrible.
We got to end this side of the show.
I wanted to get into that a little more. That's horrible.
Well, for next time.
Oh, but she's making friends now. Like
she is. She's making friends. She found a friend and they play some hula hoop game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, today is.
I think she's now shunning other kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she
as long as she does it on her own accord, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if she's looking to play and the kids run away and she's alone somewhere, that is heartbreaking.
That is really sad for a 5-year-old.
Oh,
unfortunately for her, today is show off your backpack and water bottle day.
I think so.
iPod phone.
Yeah. No, this is better than the iPod audio, trust me.
No, this is going to be good stuff.
This is going to
be better.
This is going to suck. Let's meet David.
Hey, Dave,
On
go.
the subject of the iPhone, why do you want an iPhone?
Well, when I first came here, I was interested in standing behind this barrier for the experience, and I was thinking that I'd get this iPhone for myself. But I went for a walk with a friend of mine, a longtime friend. We've been friends since we were less than 2 years old. And
important part of the story.
We went walking in Central Park, and on the way,
walking in Central Park,
sucked each other's
dicks. It dawned upon me
dicks.
that I could give this phone to charity and use this publicity to raise awareness about a good cause. So I'm donating this phone to the Taproot Foundation, or rather, I'm selling this phone to the highest bidder, and whoever makes the winning
There's
bid,
a tone in your voice I don't trust.
The Taproot Foundation, I'll hand you the third iPhone sold in New York City.
The third iPhone sold in that particular location of New York City.
Wow. I hate more, that guy or you
God.
for not braining him. Just indulging him.
Yeah,
why
would you sit there? His severed head should be sitting right here. We should be looking at it while we're hearing it.
What is the charity?
He said it was a Taproot Foundation.
Taproot?
Yeah.
It's not a band.
We started talking because we asked him how he had time to get there, and he said he basically was on vacation before he started training for this job. And the Taproot Foundation is this placement agency. Yeah, it was very vague. I don't think it was for charity at all.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Is this another iPhone waiter? This person?
Wait, that guy.
Same guy.
Same guy. Because after the first question, they needed to ask him another.
Next question should have been, why don't you die?
Yeah, stop killing kittens.
Have you come across any unsavory people?
Yesterday I had a unsettling experience. Well, rather last night. I was sitting over there with another fellow named Barry, who's I guess Barry is currently employed. He's between jobs.
Oh my God!
Assumed training. So I suppose, in a sense, I'm not too far from the same camp. And anyhow,
kick you right in the asshole.
The fellow walked up to us and said that he had just arrived in the city. He needed money to get on the PATH train, and that his girlfriend, wife, was over there and that they were both struggling to make the money. They needed $40. They already had 26. And I'm always torn. I give to homeless shelters, and that's my way of contributing rather than giving to individuals along the way.
What a guy.
When you
That's
asked,
so beautiful.
Me for money, I struggled with it because here's
You're
a white
unemployed.
man asking me for money.
Here's a
and
what?
I'm wondering to my
A white man. This is, by the way, why Mac and Apple and their gizmos have such a bad rep with certain people. Because it's this type of people that everybody thinks are so into, like, Apple products. And it's not. It's like, it's Lou, it's me, it's Jimmy. But you get this impression that it's like, and like it made me rethink I want to take a MacBook and smash his teeth in with
I want it now. You know where he is. He's at the Apple store until Friday. He's the third guy back.
He's going to get the third iPod.
He's going to get his third iPhone. I want to kick him right in his back, man.
Why does Mac and Apple come into this?
Because that's who's putting it out. The iPhone
He's at an Apple store waiting for the
Mac
latest
product. Yeah,
the latest Apple product.
Yeah.
We should get him on.
Yeah, they all have that voice, that iPod voice. Like, I have my iPod, and I want to buy an iPod, and how much is your iPod?
I hope he
We should get him pulled out of line.
We should get him
Get Keith or somebody.
Get him thrown out.
Yeah, some.
We should get.
You know, when I waited for Red Sox World Series tickets in 1986. Me and some friends, somebody paid us.
Didn't work
some guy
out for
paid
you
us.
now, did it?
To, no, but we got money for waiting for the tickets. I didn't give a but we waited in line, and we were there all night. It was October. It was freezing. And then the next morning, everybody got up, and the line started moving, and people pointed at a guy and said, "You weren't here. He wasn't here. He just snuck in line." And everyone pointed at this guy and said it went out, and the cops just removed him. They're not going to look into it, get rid of the guy. And people just started doing that to anybody.
Wow.
Like just going out, just pointing at people. And the guys that were doing it were laughing, but not letting the cops see that they're just going out, and the cops would pull anybody out.
That's
what I'm saying is we could do this to the dude tomorrow.
That.
You could do this to the guy tomorrow.
No, it's more a
On Friday.
Stalin thing.
Yeah.
That's like a Stalin kind of move.
Yeah, exactly. But you could do that on Friday. You could go there and just stand and go, "Hey, that kid, you just got here.
Hey, what are you doing?"
Get him thrown out in 4 days in line.
Let's get our interns online and we'll do that gag.
Get rid of him.
All right, let's get the rest of this. Cause
Tomorrow, let's get him on the air and scream
Here's
at him.
a white man asking me for money, and I'm wondering to myself, if this were a black man with the same story, would I give him $1? Would I give him $2? Is in giving this man
Wow, you really would have changed his life
so
for that
many
buck.
People ask me in the past.
Yeah, he's a real thinker.
Does it tell something scary about me and my own? It's not. It's something I have to think about and mull over, whether or not.
So much self-awareness.
Yeah, but not into a microphone, you fucking
me by a
dick.
black man if I would have given them $1. I hope so. I hope I'm at that level.
Oh,
that level, man. You know, I haven't attained that yet, but I'm really trying to become a Vulcan where I have no feelings or emotions.
He's a nice boy.
Shut up.
Buy an iPhone.
He is a tool, and I hope he gets robbed tonight as he lays there on the sidewalk waiting for this iPhone.
I just don't want him to
someone
get that phone.
Stomps his head.
I don't want him to get that.
Nice
No,
boy.
I want him to get the phone, turn it on, and you just hear this slight and see a puff of white smoke come out behind it, and it just goes black.
And that's it.
It's broken, man. And I was thinking, like, is it bad that it's broken because now the screen is black?
Or maybe it's what I needed. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I needed that to, like, spend so much money and to have it all for naught.
You know what I figured out? That phone is where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Stupid. Fucking. And that pious voice, all that pious shit.
Yeah. Like, he's so self-aware, but he could use more self-awareness.
We learn
Shut
about his
up.
girlfriend here.
Oh, girlfriend. What kind of a lie is this?
Girlfriend, yeah.
Had a girl.
Dungeons and Dragons. Get out of here. Girlfriend, my say.
We should play Dungeons and Dragons before we leave the show.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I did up until. Oh, she was really incredible too. It's
I
the
bet.
She was the first girl who ever put me
you.
on the receiving end of a breakup.
Strap on.
How ugly was she?
Huh?
Put me on the receiving end of a breakup.
First girl.
He's trying to say like he's dumped a million chicks.
Dumped plenty of broads, let me tell
Finally,
you.
it happened to me.
This guy can't admit. He's like, she put me on the receiving end.
Receiving end of the breakup.
What happens is this: he asks them out, they say no, and he kills them.
Right.
Yeah, right.
First
He
time.
screams at him first, though, like, "You are a slut. You are a slut."
I hate you. He's all crying.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what you need to do? Cut the line tomorrow and tape it.
And just say,
Cut right
how does
in
this
front of
make
him.
you feel that I just cut you in line?
Yeah.
Tell me about how you feel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm angry.
Yeah, we're going to cut the line tomorrow.
Yeah, get right in front of this
Just stage a huge protest
We should
against
get
him
Club-
getting the phone. Just like have like 100
We should
people
get
with
Club
signs.
Soda Kenny to
Don't give David a phone. Don't give
David,
Club Soda Kenny to cut him off.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Excuse me. I believe I was here first.
And of a breakup.
How ugly was she?
Huh? What are you asking?
Oh.
What are you
How
asking?
ugly was she?
Question?
You heard me.
How ugly was she?
How
Faggot.
ugly was she?
Yeah.
She was really attractive. But I don't want to get into my personal life too much.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
please
really attractive.
Don't think that I'm your typical guy.
Special.
No.
Don't think I'm your
He's
typical
almost
guy.
at the level of giving $1 to a black guy.
Yeah, almost. He's still
almost
mulling it
there.
over. He's got to mull
Yes.
that over
Because
for a
he
while.
lives on the receiving end or
Yes.
the giving end.
That's right.
This guy
Yeah.
thinks he is so special in life. You're another fucking speck of bacteria on this rock. Shut
Yeah.
up. You're not special.
I like. He's thoughtful.
That's it.
He's insightful.
This guy is annoying.
Getting under your skin.
I buy every single iPhone in that place, so there's none left when he goes.
Yes.
I'll get in front of him, I'll cut,
And give
go,
him out
give
free.
me 150
Give them free to everybody
iPhones,
in line except
and
for
just
him.
hand them out and go, who wants one? And then he just goes,
Not you.
oh, you know, I realize I shouldn't have one. Shut up.
Self-important ass.
He should buy an iPhone, then an A phone, a D phone, and an S phone, and eat them all.
So what have you been doing to pass your time here?
I actually brought a harmonica with me.
Of course you did.
Of
Did you
course
bring
I
a
did.
hacky sack too? You
Hey,
idiot.
I like the hacky.
Yeah.
Good times with the hacky sack.
I actually brought a harmonica with me.
Actually.
I decided to start learning blues harmonica.
Wait, what's with the language? Actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually
he did
brought
that in the last
harmonica.
sentence,
Like,
too.
can you believe it?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. It's like, I actually brought a harmonica.
Picks these weird words.
Actually brought a harmonica with me. I'm
is
not like one of
something.
those phony harmonica bringers.
No.
I actually
This
brought
guy's
a harmonica
embarrassed
with me.
about himself. That's what it
He
is.
should wait phone.
His own man calls him an asshole. Here comes my son, the harmonica playing, sensitive.
After I saw this video of beatboxing harmonica player on YouTube not too long ago.
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 Not-
He's never going to get a call on his iPhone because he has no friends.
Nobody.
He's going to be there going, I have no
His
contact.
calendar's
No one
empty.
calls.
He's got pictures of himself.
Oh, wait, I get
got
it.
no
I get what's
contact.
going
Just
on.
himself. Look, I can scroll through pictures of
No,
me.
he's IMing his other phone.
Yeah.
He's IMing
I
his
get
Verizon
what's
phone.
going on.
Yeah.
A little for us. I wouldn't want to try. I
Want
actually
to
never
try?
tried it with
Oh
my
God.
I'd really love to. I've got stage fright. I don't know what.
Not on a
There's
stage.
no stage here.
Yeah.
Tummy.
It's not clean.
It's harmonica.
Clean. I just started like 4 days ago. This is a very, very simple blues riff.
Oh, you're dying to play it. Shut up.
I actually know that song.
Yeah?
It's called A Homeless Man Shoved My iPhone Up My asshole.
Simple blues riff.
Doodah.
I'm just learning like
Doodah. Doodah's in the title and everything?
Yes.
Oh, I know this song. Yawning
Usually
for dummies.
That,
Yawning for dummies.
oh,
What a piece
that
of
was
shit.
real full of soul, that whole blues riff. You could really feel the pain that this kid's gone through.
You know what
It
the
came out in
lyrics
his
are to
harmonica.
that? My dad's my friend. My dad's my friend.
What is this kid going to be like when he's like 60?
Oh,
Sad.
dead, I hope.
And then shoot him in the face. Don't even let him enjoy the smell of the harmonica. I'm going to shove it.
I have never hated so much someone this much from one of our little interviews.
He gets under your skin.
Wow.
I hate New York. I really do. I used to love New York, but I hate it now. I'd rather be in Auschwitz than New York City. Honestly, I would. I mean Auschwitz now. I mean today Auschwitz, not back when it was open. I mean now. It's nice now. There's a gift shop. People go there on purpose. They buy tickets. I think that's weird. That people buy tickets to Auschwitz. That's weird. If you could have told those people back then, people are going to buy tickets to come here. Yeah, wrap your head around that. Jew. That's... All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, never again, I promise. That's what we say about the Holocaust, never again. Because they killed 6 million Jews. If they only killed like 10,000, would it be like, okay, 2 more times? And then taper off, because it's a little much. I'll tell you, I went to Auschwitz. Here's a true story. I actually did go to Auschwitz because I was doing shows in Poland. Because I had to go to Poland to do shows. So I was in Krakow. So I went to the camp. And I went there because of a very personal reason. Because I had family there. I had a lot of family there. 44 members of my family were in Auschwitz during World War II. I mean, they were guards. They worked there. No. They were Jews and they died. It's okay. Don't be offended. It's true. We lost the whole family there. Everybody, because we were Hungarian Jews. My grandfather, on my father's side, he's the only one who made it. The rest of them, all 44 of them, went to Auschwitz, which I think they really regretted. But that's what happened, because the Hungarians sent all their Jews to... They weren't even occupied Hungary. They're just like, yeah, take our Jews. And they sent my whole family there, and they all died in Auschwitz, except for him. My grandfather's the only one who made it, because he got the f*** out of there before it started. In the late 20s, he smelled that shit, and he got the f*** out. And he went to Mexico. He migrated to Mexico. And we found his immigration card. My uncle and I did the family history, and we found it. It says nationality, Hungarian, and it says religion, Catholic. And there's a picture of him like... He's like, fuck it, they don't know what a Jew looks like in Mexico. That's where I'm going. And that's why I'm alive, because he made that choice. It's also why I'm not Jewish. He was like, Jew schmoo, we're not Jewish. Somos católicas. That was my abuelito. Became a Mexican fast. That's what happened. That's how he made it. He's a fascinating guy, my grandfather. His name was Geza. That was his name. And he had a brother named Geza. It's weird, but I looked it up, and here's what happened. His parents had a baby, and they named it Geza, and it died. The baby died. So they had another one, and they just said, it, Geza, let's just do it again. Because that's what it was like. The babies died. It was no big deal back then. It was just like, yeah, that was a shitty baby. Let's do another one. Why'd your baby die? Because it sucked. Why does any baby die? At least we found out quick. It. This one's good. That's what it was like forever until recently. The human race was all the good babies, and the shitty ones, that's just the way it worked. It's not like that now. Now we save every baby. The bigger the baby, the bigger the effort. Because we love it. We love saving the shitty babies. There's always a documentary. Look at this baby. He's a mess. Do you see that? We're going to save it. Make it live. And the baby's like, please don't. But we don't like when babies die. We get more upset when a baby dies. Why? Who knows this baby? Did you hear about Jeff? No, he was here for 1 day. Nobody met him. And then if you die when you're old, nobody gives a shit. They're like, he was here long enough. Fuck him. You ever tell somebody, like, your grandmother died? My grandmother died. They're like, I'm so sorry. How old was she? She was 98. Oh. So why'd you even tell me? Putney Swope was a movie that really inspired me. It's a movie by Robert Downey, because Robert Downey Jr.'s dad made a movie called Putney Swope that makes no sense. And I watched it and I thought, you can do that. You can make a movie and not have it add up to anything.
Swope! You don't have to accept.
From now on, the name of this agency is Truth and Soul.
And I just believed because it was done, because there was a VHS tape of it, I believed that meant you could do that. So I started working that way, and it hurt me a little because people like their stories.
By advertising toy guns, you're encouraging kids to enjoy violence.
I was with you when we went to Blockbuster, and you got that copy
Putney Swope.
of Putney Swope.
Yeah.
It was in a bargain bin.
That's really funny that you tell me that because I remember it. Yeah, because I just bought a VCR for the first time.
Right, and we were just going to rent a movie.
I can't rent movies because I didn't have a credit card at the time.
So you bought them.
I bought, and it was the only thing that was for sale that wasn't like a Barney video or something.
And I remember you didn't know what it was.
No idea.
I didn't know what the fuck it was, and it changed your entire perception of movie making.
Yeah, it did. Putney Swope by Robert Downey. It just made me think you can do anything you want, even if it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
What I didn't understand was that just because Putney Swope existed in a shrink wrap box, it doesn't mean that you can go do that.
Right.
I mean, I just thought any movie that got made and that has a package is like a lamp in the distance.
Yeah,
I can do that too.
Yeah.
But, it's not okay. But I'm really glad that was my first big inspiration.
Isn't that weird, though?
Yeah, you were there. It's funny because I was telling somebody this story recently about getting Putney Swope.
Yeah.
And
you didn't
I
remember
forgot
me.
you were there. I started thinking of show ideas in general.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about just shows I like and things. And I watched a thing called Abigail's Party.
Yeah.
Abigail's Party you can watch on YouTube. It's like the only place to see it now.
Yeah.
Michael Lee, the filmmaker from
Genius.
England. Amazing filmmaker.
Oh, yeah.
Largely an improvisational filmmaker.
Is that true?
Well, a lot of his movies that are like real, like Secrets and Lies.
Look at me, I'm lovely. Yeah, oh, there's so many that were so good.
Incredible movies. Even Mr. Turner, the more recent one that nobody gave a shit about.
Naked?
It's Naked.
Oh my God.
You look like me mother.
So he was a playwright in the 70s. It's like he had this whole other great career as a playwright in the 70s where he wrote plays. That's writing.
Right.
He wrote a play called Abigail's Party. And all it is about four people in the suburbs of London or wherever in England.
Yeah.
They're neighbors.
Yeah.
That don't know each other, and they have drinks.
Yeah.
2 hours of one scene. Four people.
And you watched
drinks.
a production of the play?
Well, what it is they did a play. They did a TV version of the play, and this was 1973. So it looked like All in the Family, any show that was shooting back then, Maude or something.
Right, but not unusual for British. I mean, they did a lot of theater.
They did stuff like that.
I think they did Pinter stuff. They right, Playhouse 90 or whatever it was.
Right, and but so it looked like a sitcom in that it was shot in multi-camera. You could tell there was somebody live switching the cameras.
Right.
And you have four characters talking.
Audience?
No audience. That was the thing, and it was funny.
Right.
I was laughing out loud, and there's silence.
Yeah.
But it's not silence. It's like it's a sound stage. There's a living feeling to it, and it's performed, and you feel that you've seen a whole performance that never changed.
You utilize that a lot in Horus and Pete.
That's right. So when I watched that, I was like, this doesn't exist in the American TV diet. It doesn't exist anywhere
anymore.
No, but here's the thing. Even Playhouse 90, the way that was produced was they'd take a play, like a known play.
Right.
Eugene O'Neill or something or whatever. They'd take a known play and they would rehearse it for whatever, probably weeks and weeks, and hash it out the way that they take a play and they dissect it, whatever they do. I've never been part of that process, but I know it takes a long time.
Sure.
But to me, the idea was, what if you made a series? What if you made 10 episodes of something like this that has a hybrid? So it's episodic like television.
Right.
But the medium feels like a play. And yet also like a sitcom because it'll look robust the way a sitcom, multi-cameras, a decent set. I started thinking of this, right? After I watched Abigail's Party, and I just started turning on like my whole body. I got so excited. Part of being an artist is you get fed up with yourself. So you just go, I might as well really talk.
Right.
Use the comic rhythm. And you start getting actually funny and getting
the need to crush.
And I think getting back to our subject, that's happened in some degree with this filmmaker, because he started with the Hard Eight, just going like, here's how my voice sounds. Here's how I look at things. Here's how I film stuff. Here's how I use music and cutting. And and what he had underneath that grew and grew over time was the ability to have actors live
a really sad, just a tragic sadness, and to see the value in actors that weren't exactly kicking ass in other areas yet. And then Boogie Nights was his, like, I'm in Hollywood and I got Marky Mark and I got Burt Reynolds and I'm going to make this John Holmes movie. And the whole second half is going to be so dark and violent and it's going to be a mess, man. And the first half of it is just beautiful to me. That's just my feeling. Yeah. Second half, I just didn't care about, but I knew I was watching a guy who's extremely special and learning. But he only got richer and richer and richer after that.